Hey guys, James here again. This is gonna be what if Goku was born with Ultra Instinct. This is my chance, but my attempt at trying to do a different kind of thumbnail. I've included a border, and I've seen, including with the guy who makes some of my thumbnails, Mark Spade. His thumbnails have a border, and his thumbnails are cool as hell. So I'm gonna try it, see how I like it. So yeah, now something before I start. I may not get some things right about Ultra Instinct because one, I'm just now getting back into Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, not Super. Dragon Ball. So if I mess up on that story, sorry. And then something I don't know about Ultra Instinct is just kind of random stuff I may forget or just straight up don't know. So it may be a little foggy. But yeah. Now, in this one, basically, the Goku is actually born with God Ki. It's just a lot more dormant because of his head bump. When you start using Ultra Instinct and more stuff like that, it'll slowly rise to the top. So just say that. Now with everything else. So it starts with off basically when Goku is born on planet Vegeta. When he's born, when they scout him, the scouter just for his power level being Bardock and Gine, they realized that Goku's power level broke the scouter the moment it came near his pod. Without they being panicking, and they actually called out saying, "Oh, we scanned and it touched this pod and scouter broke." And like, oh, that's kind of weird. I'm probably expect that. And they keep scanning around. Now, Bardock and Gine being low-class Saiyans, or at least Bardock being lower class than most Saiyans, their child was not expected to be unordinarily strong, as Broly and Vegeta are the only two candidates for legendary Super Saiyan, Broly being exiled, Vegeta being Son of King Vegeta. So Kakarot is not suspected, and they're even able to pay someone enough money to bring their child to their house. This happened, they keep realizing Goku's body is different. Well, when they're on his pod, everything's extremely hot. And his power level spikes between going really low to being lower than Gine to being super high to the point where the planet may even explode if he would even launch a Ki Blast by accident. So it's kind of hard to control a child. And Raditz, one of the only people that know Goku's power level, is something that not even the king can surpass. And eventually Raditz began seeing his brother like some sort of future deity to free the Saiyans, because that's how Bardock's on. Not the man, but the future Saiyan of the future who will defeat Frieza and rule the Saiyans. And so Gine saw him as well, and that's what Raditz began feeling his brother. And Raditz's main train of thought is, well, a strong person who has siblings needs that sibling to be strong as well. I want to be strong so Kakarot can rely on me. Raditz began doubling his training, even training with Bardock from occasion to occasion, and letting Bardock go full out on Raditz. Point where Raditz has had multiple Zenkai boosts, but Gine does not care because Raditz insists on this. Bardock even against it, so it's Gine, but Raditz insists on it. With that, by the time Goku sent off Earth, Raditz's power level rivals Vegeta. And the king can't really exile Raditz for no reason. Doesn't want a revolt because he exiled a kid for training. So, no matter what, he can't suppress Raditz. No matter what, Raditz is the one thing he hates in this world. Then again, the planet's blown up, Raditz is off planet, and Vegeta doesn't actually hate Raditz, he sees Raditz as his equal. With that, Raditz is his training partner, and his closest thing to a friend. Just that, well, Raditz is more lighthearted, because he was around Gine and Bardock lightened up, seeing their son as the future of the Saiyans. Now, with Goku. When he grows up, there's one very important detail. Bardock removed Goku's tail. He removed it. Because he doesn't want the single chance that Goku wakes up some night while they're asleep and looks at the moon. Doesn't want that chance happening whatsoever. So he removed his tail. Either they would have like Sensei and surgery that removes the tail, and they had it done. Their son's tail gone. So there's no chance Goku will turn into a great ape. It was surgically removed permanently. Goku never had a tail to start with. Now, when Goku's on Earth, he's raised by Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan never dies. All he doesn't know that Goku is a very advanced kid. Goku's body isn't more plump as he was as a kid. It was just more. He's a very well built man versus very well built kid for someone his age. Gohan had to admit, Goku learned really fast. He learned Turtle Helmet style to Gohan's best ability instantly. Goku quickly outmatched Gohan in strength, speed, everything. I guess Goku was automatically a calm baby. It was just on one time, like his diaper changed, something like that. He freaks out and he fell from Gohan at one point and bonk. But now that kind of made his more calm personality a little more happy. He's not as the same Son Goku we know. He's a little more like Tien that we know in Super, just not as stoic or Tien-ish, like a mixture of Tien and Goku. I think kind of like that. So more lighthearted, but also kind of just very calm, and I'll go with the flow, that kind of stuff. Now eventually they actually made Goku go on a little more kind of like, I'm going didn't see Goku as like a grandson or just some student. Saw Goku as his like son, someone he's been close with for years. It feels like that. And Goku did give Goku full truth. Goku is not of this world. And Goku has to admit, it seems like it, because Gohan is like one of the pinnacle of humans, and Gohan is so much weaker than Goku. Gohan's power level is like, he thinks Gohan power level maybe like 60 at most, like assuming like, oh yeah, it's this much weaker than me. Goku's power level exactly is 400. Gohan can't be any higher than 60. So, yeah. Now with that, Goku makes Bulma, doesn't know what a car is. He's been to the city a few times with Gohan. Just experience the world. He insists on it. So with that, as he explores the world, Gohan and him get along pretty well. When Bulma's in the woods, Goku actually able to not step in front of the car, but a little curious, actually grabs it by the bumper and pulls it back, as Bulma's a little shocked. Goku hops up saying, "Excuse me, ma'am, what are you doing here?" Bulma says, "What? There's a kid here. What's stopping me?" Goku then says, my hand." Bulma's a little shocked. She gets out, seeing Goku actually stop the car with one single hand. Now, Bulma asks Goku where the Dragon Ball is, as he's a little confused, and he remembers from Gohan's artifact that he called a Dragon Ball. He says, "Oh, my grandpa's relic." He invites Bulma to his house with him, and Bulma talk for a bit with Grandpa Gohan, saying, "Oh yeah, you can have the Dragon Ball, or pay any mind to it. There's a legend to it. I know you probably know about it. I'm not going to ever use Dragon Ball because I'm too old to go out in the world and find every single one." So Bulma says, well, if you're going to give it to me, I have a favor to ask. So he points out Goku stopped a full-speed car, going at full speed, with a single hand. He has to be some sort of just superhuman, and she would need that on her mission. That's the muscle. Everyone else is also to point out, Goku is kind of smart, decent smart, something like, he's 11, his intelligence around someone like their first year of middle school, like an average middle school student. That's where Goku's intelligence would lie. With that, Bulma accepts this, and Goku accepts going on with Bulma. Gohan would say that he's gonna go stay with his old master. The old master does need some company. And Bulma would actually point out where she's going next, and Gohan says, "Oh, that's where I'm going anyway. Can I hitch a ride?" Bulma says, "Sure, just pack your stuff, because if you're gonna live with him, and go, I'll just wait." And she just stuff Goku and Gohan have together. She actually says, "I'll be right back." Gets a bigger capsule, not bigger, but a different capsule that just has like a bigger size car. Goku drops Gohan off with Roshi, and when Roshi tries to say, "Oh, you have to show your panties to me," Bulma only stayed with Goku and Gohan for a matter of 2 hours in total. And Gohan's there, so his response actually slapped Roshi in the face, saying, "Just give it the damn Dragon Ball, you're not going to use it." Roshi holds it out, saying, "Jesus, Gohan, you're rude." Gohan begins ridiculing Roshi, and Goku and Bulma drive off. Now, Bulma asks Goku how he stopped her car with one hand, and he just explains, "Well, I'm not close enough to explain everything. So, I need to get close with you before I reveal the full truth." Bulma immediately thinks Goku's talking about the SEX word, when in reality, no, he's like, "Nah, you need to be my friend, not someone I'm traveling with." She gets that pretty fast when she tries to start to seduce Goku, and he just calls her a few selected words that she did not approve of, and realizes that she was just very stupid. And Goku asks what she wants with Dragon Balls, and she says she wants a boyfriend, and Goku begins ridiculing her again, using the same words before, saying, no man wants a woman like that. They want a woman who'll be loyal to them, and not try to bribe people with her body. No matter what situation it comes down to, unless it's like his life or your life in favor. That's the only time I deem it acceptable. Almost Goku has a point, and just have to admit, she needs growth as a human before she can actually get her man to put his growth in. But yeah. So Bulma kind of began just wanting to become a better human before using Dragon Balls. So, if she doesn't become a better human by then, she'll let Goku have the wish. Dragon Ball with Oolong, that leaves Goku just to legit speed with everyone in front of him, and with a single flick, boom, 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 I get a Dragon Ball in a matter of 5 minutes. Then, well, Yamcha, a single smack to the back of the head, give him a concussion, and Goku and Bulma had to care for him until he was better. And, well, Bulma is doing decently okay. When Yamcha started hitting on her, she does say that she doesn't really want a boyfriend at this time. So Yamcha actually began helping her along with Goku be a better human. And Goku did say the way he calmed down a lot more is through martial arts and meditation, which he does teach Bulma. He teaches Bulma like some basic Shaolin martial arts that Gohan taught him. And with that, they actually decided to cut the mission for Dragon Balls a little short, or at least just collect them all a lot faster. As Goku explains, give him a scouter, he'll be able to find everything and double the speed of Bulma. He's a lot faster than a car. She has to admit that. And so Goku Dragon Ball Scouter, and he does say just at least try to find a temple or something, and then find a way to contact me. There. Goku knows for the nearest monk temple, and Goku would say, alright, then I'll meet you there. Now we're going to fast forward 1 month. Goku got into the temple, Bulma and Yamcha already there. Yamcha's getting better ways, top better ways, and they had a new friend by the name of Krillin. Goku arrives, he just used Power Pole to slide right up, and he met a few people on his way there. He met Korin, he met Yajirobe, and suggested a few things, because he was told about Kami but didn't go up there. When told about Kami, his response is, grow senzu beans on Kami's lookout. Because then you'll have a lot bigger supply, probably an easier supply to access, and some lazy moocher who won't eat them all. Korin estimates that's a good idea. Kami agrees, and senzus are grown up there, and Korin beats the living hell out of Yajirobe for eating all the senzu beans. Now Goku, he did the Divine Water thing, and Goku did every single task in a matter of 1 hour. Yeah, Goku's an absolute beast. Now, at the temple, he gets to know Yamcha and Bulma. We'll get to know Yamcha a little bit better, gets to know Krillin, and Yamcha to say Goku's strength is immeasurable. But no, I think he should be Goku, and everyone does have to admit Yamcha's one of the strongest ones there. So as soon as Yamcha do Wolfing Fist on Goku, everyone expects him to pass out, fall over, something. No. He says, oh, you were my favorite shirt. He takes off his shirt saying, Bulma, do you know how to sew or something? Or at least have a machine that can do it? She was not saying, yeah, I think a capsule has at least a sewing machine in there. Goku asks her for it, and he puts it in his pocket, looking at Yamcha saying, you owe me. And he just slaps Yamcha across the face again, as Yamcha's first thought is, another concussion, here I come. And then Yamcha gets another concussion from a single slap at Goku's half power. Now that, everyone's kind of shocked, and Bulma helped Goku stitch his shirt back up. Now, we can go fast forward to the other few months that Goku would have with Krillin, Bulma, Yamcha, up until the point where they start training with Roshi. And Goku kind of missed his master, and then told Krillin where he's going, and Krillin's like, oh, I want to go with you. So as they've been going, when they get there, Bulma was actually noticeably a bit more muscular, and she does have a certain thing someone she wants to date. But was wondering about Ox King and Chi-Chi. Goku immediately said no to marriage just because he's 11. But yeah, he saved Ox King's place himself. He doesn't know how to do a basic Ki Blast somewhat just through training, or at least not a Ki Blast, but just firing out a giant blast of, or just controlling just a certain amount of force in his punch and emits a giant shockwave. And somewhat the same effect as Kamehameha, just not the distance. Now with that, Yamcha begins training with Roshi alongside Krillin and Goku. Now that Goku will learn Kamehameha, and he learns it pretty easily. He masters it pretty easily as well. In the local martial arts tournament, before it begins, Goku actually has to be a proctor, not a proctor, but it's a judge. They don't think he's a good martial artist until he displays his skill, and they can deem him probably one of the best martial artists they've ever seen. That he's made a judge, and any question about Goku isn't there as a contestant. They announce the judges, being Goku, Roshi, who actually was actually sent a letter to be a judge, and Gohan. Those are the 3 judges. Actually, no. Goku, Roshi, Master Shen. Let me check that's his name. So, Master Shen, Goku, Roshi. Those are the examiners. And Shen actually wanted to become an examiner because the tournament had 2 judges that were from Turtle Helmet School. Now, Shen could immediately tell Goku was really strong, just didn't know why. But he could tell this kid was stronger than Roshi. And he asks Roshi how long he trained Goku, and Roshi explains 9 months, and Roshi had basically raised a monster. But his other student Gohan raised him most of his life. Now, the tournament, Tien was displaying his martial arts, and could also tell Goku was strong, and they mainly got to advance depending on their skills, or their, what they just thought of them. Tien and Chaozu were being biased. Turtle Hermit School was actually not being biased. Well, both of the women were being biased. When Bulma did actually participate, she was actually very good at it. She was good at basic kung fu. She was good at that. Now I'm going to go over power levels for a bit. Goku's power level is exactly 800. Well, then we would have Roshi at 500. Behind Roshi being Krillin, and at 300. Behind Krillin being Yamcha at 200. Bulma at 90. Now, Bulma doesn't take martial arts as serious, so she was trying to learn how to use ki differently, because besides ki blast, so she's trying to learn that, not really focus on martial arts right now. Otherwise, if her power level maybe equal to Yamcha or a little bit higher. Now, back to this. So, actually, the eventual winner is actually Tien, without being biased, because Goku called out halfway through the round, and then Shen was kicked. But Tien was actually one of the more impressive displayers, and Goku would admit Tien's intending martial art was greater than most people here. It was just, he uses it in a more hateful manner that would fuel his power, but makes him more sloppy. Tien calls out Goku a child and doesn't know anything about martial arts and challenges him to a fight. Goku hops in the ring. Tien would begin using his moves on Goku, and Goku begins holding Tien by actually dodging the hit around a centimeter away. With that, Tien thinks he lands every single hit, but Goku isn't being fazed by it. After a bit, Tien to be realizing Goku isn't being bruised or scratched or anything. Yes, Goku is doing this, and Goku explains Tien hasn't landed a single hit. Goku just moved a single centimeter, and Tien missed. That's it. And Goku said, well, if he's fighting with Tien did that, he'd notice immediately, because Goku's punches have a shockwave. Tien doesn't know his own power to the full extent, while Goku knows every single bit about his power. Tien doesn't know a single thing about it besides he's strong. Now, Goku immediately kicked Tien in the side, as Tien did try to avoid, but Goku stopped halfway through on purpose. The shockwave took Tien out. And Goku laughed, saying, see, that's how I know I was going to hit you. I stopped myself. Well, even if you dodge, I stop. Goku began lecturing Tien about how he doesn't know a single thing about his power, and how Goku is a mere child, quote-unquote, and outmatched Tien in every single way possible. With that, Tien bowed to Goku, saying, I see that you're better matched than Shen. Shen only fuels me by rage, hate, and strength, nothing more. Make me your student. Goku had smiled, crouched down, saying, alright then, Tien Shinhan, you're now a member of Turtle Hermit School. Looked at Chaozu, saying, you want to join? Chaozu nodded, saying, wherever Tien goes, I go. Goku nodded, saying, also, teach me how to fly, because I want to know. Now, the tournament ends, Tien being the victor, and with the Red Ribbon Army thing, all the Turtle Hermit Squad actually just meets with them. Tao Pai Pai is actually there. I mean, he's fighting Goku, but Tien interferes and beats the living hell out of Tao Pai Pai to the point where he's barely even hanging on to life. But Goku gives him some ki just to help his body recover a bit. And Goku explains if he wanted Tien to kill him, Tien would be a student, and he wouldn't be Goku. Now that with the Red Ribbon Army actually asks Goku why he's here, and Goku explains that, well, first off, they should stop what they're doing. They're causing harm and everything, and he tries to be peaceful about it. When bullets are fired and missiles are fired, they're kicked right in the sky, and nothing good comes of it. Goku brought the base to its knees, single-handedly, without a single death. Now Goku then began explaining that if they don't disband their own ways, he will blow up the whole base and kill everyone inside himself. It may not be what he likes, but he will do it. He'll do it without remorse. And gives him a third option, saying, or you can actually just join Capsule Corp. One of those three options. I kill you, you stop permanently and disband, or join Capsule Corp. And they took Capsule Corp. Knowing Goku's best friend, kind of the CEO's daughter. With that, Red Ribbon Army, the technology is being used to actually advance in a proper militant fashion, and everyone that was more against it was kicked out immediately. Dr. Gero's son was actually able to stay in and was able to change his ways. Dr. Gero was kicked out, his son abandoned him, his son still being alive. With that, Dr. Gero's alone, and actually was just not Dr. Gero. The Injury Saga is still going to happen, but I'll do it my own way. Now we're going to kind of go over King Piccolo Saga, because everything else that happens is Goku being a judge for tournaments, Tien actually becoming one of the judges who takes Roshi's place, because he eventually surpassed Roshi pretty easily, and Goku's power level surpassed, Nappa pretty easily. His power level just grows day by day, and the more he trains, it kind of almost doubles. But now the King Piccolo arc begins. When that arc begins, he doesn't feel a great power growing, and visits Korn about it. Korn does talk to Kami. Goku visits Kami for the first time. Or at least him and Tien do. And as staff, he actually gave that to Chi-Chi, because, Chi-Chi was actually very interested in Goku, and Goku did explain that, Chi-Chi can master every single ability of this staff in a month. Never mind. I was going to do something else. Chi-Chi can at least master the staff. He'll consider her as a probable wife candidate. It's to explain that he wants a strong martial artist as a wife, but Chi-Chi is just, too spoiled, so to say. So Chi-Chi's own personality is bringing her down. Yes, she's very cute, she's nice, everything, but she's bringing herself down with her personality. So they're trash. But now, back to the Kami thing. Kami goes over King Piccolo's whole backstory with it. Him and Tien learn about it. And now Goku actually just have a probable wish that he wants to have about with Dragon Balls. Pause real quick. So Tien basically has his third eye. So yeah, he had the 4 arms technique, but Tien kind of was just taught to awaken it more with Dragon Balls. When Goku had used the wish he was talking about, he actually was able to get Tien's power back to function normally. Tien's able to use different power with his eyes, such as different transformations, with different limbs. As with eyes, he's actually able to make another eye grow, but it can be random places on his hands, on his feet, anywhere. And then he actually just grow different limbs. As if you feel it goes for a kick, you can just grow another foot, and boom, double kick. The thing is, Goku's making it to the point when he trains Tien, it has little to no ki loss. And Goku already put Roshi through the training of, don't be a pervert. And that's kind of just Goku having no emotion, but the one emotion, what he feels with relaxing emotion is just studying and growing other people's power. That's only what he does. Now, he doesn't know how to kind of cure Roshi's pervertedness. It doesn't work too well, but it does have some effect. The point where Roshi's power level grows to almost be 900. So it had some effect on him. And then with Krillin actually kind of just became more, Krillin doesn't really need improvement, just physical strength and just power level growth. That's really it. Well, Yamcha, you can't fix Yamcha, to be honest. I don't like him at all. Like, the meme doesn't want make him bad, it's just he's not a good character. That's really it. Excuse me. But yeah. Now, eventually, this goes to, when it goes to, with the whole Krillin Tambourine thing. Now, let's pause real quick, I got the hiccups. I forgot where I was, but I remember Goku made a wish for Tien's eyes to fully work. Tien awakened new techniques like to duplicate different limbs, and then was able to create more clones, able to do different techniques. Now the Tambourine Incident. First, that's where I was. Tambourine Incident, Tien had actually been a judge who took Roshi's place, as Roshi was just a spectator. Shen was no longer in business, as he actually was just a normal martial artist, and began changing his ways to realize how much stronger Tien became after not using Shen's ways at all. Goku was still one of the judges, Tien was one of the judges, and the final one actually being Krillin. All Turtle Hermit schools had to now change their name to basically the Sun School, because Goku taught them more. He taught them that emotion could fuel their attacks, but certain emotions will make them sloppy. Everyone in Turtle Hermit School can at least know or Sun School now, actually knows which emotion makes them do sloppy, which makes them do best. Goku feels better with a calm head, but in anger, he's still a pretty decent fighter, not sloppy at all, but goes overboard with attacks and strength and ki. Krillin feels best that's under calm circumstances as well, but if he gets angry, that's where his power begins falling, and he's completely trash. Well, Tien has the same effect as Goku, but feeling under anger, he's a little more, not over the top, but he uses an amount of power that he knows will overwhelm his opponent, which Goku doesn't like, but it's good. So Tien functions well under any emotion besides sadness. And then Bulma just is very much just kind of just... He feels best under happiness or arrogantness. Because making her arrogant gives her a sense of just herself. Well, in Roshi feels best under being a certain HORNY word. And also just happiness purely. So, yeah. Gohan is the same with Goku completely. But now, when Krillin had fought Tambourine. When that fight happens, Krillin completely obliterates Tambourine to the point where Tambourine runs and flies away in just sheer surrender and fear. Whereas in Piccolo would realize Tambourine was just shaking in fear, bleeding, just crying. Tambourine had admitted he didn't land a single strike on Krillin. The moment that he was about to hit Krillin turned around and kicked his arm completely off. And Krillin proceeded to abuse Tambourine from there on. Now, forgot to mention Yamcha. He's not really martial arts anymore. Like, he's a really strong guy, but Goku told Yamcha to chase his passion, and Yamcha chose to chase baseball. So, yeah. So now, back to the whole Tambourine thing. Tambourine was eventually killed by King Piccolo, and the other Dark Vassals kind of just traveled to where Goku was. And Goku was actually just having a whole celebratory thing with the judges. While Krillin just got his jacket, said, "Oh yeah, some giant creature thing tried to fight me and I killed it." Or thought he killed it, but he ran away. The judges and all the participants were having a drink. Goku's friends came over, have a drink with them. Not an alcoholic drink, because Goku, Krillin, Bulma, and a lot of them are minors. Well, Goku's like 15 at this point, but still looks like he's 11. Now King Piccolo arrives. When he arrives, Goku just said, "You're here for King Piccolo. You're here for a fight." Piccolo charged at Goku. When with a single just head grab, Goku slams his head in the ground full force and twists. With that, Piccolo's head spun a full 360, but doesn't really kill him. Goku kind of made it so his neck spun, but Goku spun it back in place and was able to use Ki to charge his life back up. That King Piccolo realized he's been killed and brought back to life in the same second. Goku's back up, looking at King Piccolo, saying, "Alright then, well, you've clearly seen you're outmatched. You surrender?" Other Vassals immediately just kind of sat down and said, "We surrender." Piccolo says, "Well, why are you surrendering?" He said, "Well, you were killed in a second and brought back to life. We're not fighting that at all, ever, in our life. Like, he had enough resistance to kill you, but then bring you back to life." Not just saying, yeah, that's not really a good opponent to bring you back with. Not bring back. That's not a good opponent to fight with if you can do that. But King Piccolo was fighting Goku, until he turned his head a certain way and it broke. Before he was his neck about to break, he was able to charge enough energy to spit out an egg. His neck broke, an egg was shot out. That Goku was I don't want to touch that, but I need it. This one, Tien described Goku's staff and just extended it and inspecting the egg back down in Goku's hands. Tien said, was it really that hard?" Goku had said, "Yes, it's slimy." He put it down and then immediately began wiping his hands on Tien's jacket. As Tien just sighed, saying, "Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed that egg or smacked it down to you." Kami immediately beamed down, bringing everyone up to his lookout, and began going over what the egg was. He says that if this egg dies, well, he dies. So it says that they're going to raise Piccolo, or new Piccolo, or Piccolo Jr., to be a good person, and that Goku will personally be his teacher. Goku had nodded, saying, "Alright then, I'll make sure I don't have to go overboard. Me and Tien will teach him well." As Tien and Goku kind of like a package deal. Tien was his assistant, and Goku's the boss. Now they've been training Piccolo the moment he was born, and Piccolo began being calmed down a lot. But now during the few years that Goku would train with Kami, he didn't really get training from Kami. He kind of was just powerful, and he's actually able to awaken his God Ki without realizing it. The people who were near him most would be Kami, Mr. Popo, Tien, Piccolo Jr. So with that, they kind of began getting God Ki. Tien and Piccolo getting the most of it, and Tien being able to actually use his eye to do different things. Began using his eye to cast illusions, shoot Ki blasts. Piccolo being able to use the power to actually awaken all making abilities. No matter what race he was born, he's able to use every single ability. Then Kami began kind of having the same effects as Piccolo. He began getting the traits of a warrior Namekian, even though he's not a warrior Namekian. So Piccolo and Kami have the same effect, just Piccolo's a lot stronger because he experiences combat a lot more. Trouble kind of being able to create different things that are more helpful, and actually able to create a dragon that is invisible but guards the earth. So if you're deciding to have an amount of key that's kind of evil, the dragon will actually just attack you, or make it so Earth disappears from your point of view. But yeah, that kind of stuff is what Mr. Purple begins inventing. Now the next tournament. This time, Goku actually suggests Kami announce himself as the god of the Earth, as god of Earth, and it can't be disproven because he's been there for a while. And Roshi has to admit he does know that Kami existed, and Kami been hiding. That Kami was able to help Piccolo purify himself, and they don't need the evil alpha Piccolo that they separated, so they kill him, and that leaves a pure Piccolo and a pure Kami. The pure sides actually fuse on suggestion of each other, and young Piccolo, being the stronger side of him, is now made a Kami. Not a Kami, but made Kami. And he is now the god of Earth. But now his kind of antenna that he has on his head doesn't really sharpen once he is god, like kind of like horns now. But everyone's actually able to admit Piccolo is actually a really good person. And Dragon Balls are upgraded immediately to grant 3 wishes. They're not the symbol as Purunga, but they can do almost the same effect. Almost. They can't do almost everything that he can, but he can do similar things, or close to the amount of power. For the next tournament, the judges being Goku, Piccolo, Tien. Goku being the strongest martial artist alive still, and, well, Tien, Piccolo also admit Goku is the strongest martial artist alive. Piccolo and Tien have to. Well, Tien kind of took the place as the strongest human. Well, Goku did tell everyone else that, well, he doesn't know what he is, but he's far from human. With that Goku's the strongest non-human that humans have met, and Tien's the strongest human so far. He's kind of like a human hybrid. So yeah, now, eventually the tournament's over, and everyone actually pay a lot more money for the tournament if Goku, Tien, and Piccolo fight each other. Goku's power level, no one knows the exact limits of it. If you put a scouter to him, the scouter will even break if it gets within 5 feet of Goku. The power level and ki are that immense. But exactly its power level is 200,000. While Piccolo and Tien, Piccolo being at 12,000, and Tien being at 10,000. Tien and Piccolo fight each other as they try to fight Goku, but each time he dodges an attack, they punch each other or something. They kind of fight themselves. Every time one of them's beaten, Goku kicks the winner in the face, knocking him out. Goku explains he doesn't fight the normal way, he fights the easiest way. Yes, he's the strongest one, but it's easy to win. He laughs as he begins walking home. Now, Goku during the time that he was on Kami's lookout, he sneakily had done a thing with Bulma, as he actually Bulma declared that when she was able to declare herself a decent person, the one she actually wanted to insert his growth in her was Goku. And Goku accepted that. She gave up on Goku because, well, didn't marry him at first, and she was going to marry him after that. She was just Chi-Chi after that. So Goku would date Bulma, and when Goku was 17, that's when him and Bulma did the thing. Now with that makes Gohan around 2 years older. But now when actually I'm gonna go over that happened in the next few years. Goku's power level being spiking to its limits, and Goku has full usable God Ki. Tien is able to actually now use the whole limb growth thing to its full ability. The limbs can grow and extend to any length. They can even expand. His eyes can generate illusions and even cast you in a genjutsu sort of thing. But you don't even know it until he breaks it or someone's able to help you out of it. Then you can fire off Ki Blast, or it can just be used if he closes his both eyes. His one big eye will have the pupil expand, and it can be used like X-ray vision, sort of. Or it can just purely be used to do recon, like you just zoom in or give that kind of vision. Within his body, he can just generate that red aura, and he fires it off. It's actually able to burn things. And when he fires Ki Blast, he can actually just use the God Ki to actually turn it into a fireball or stuff like that. He begins mixing elements into it. That's what he mainly does with it. Goku does the same thing, just, well, his God Ki has a white aura. He doesn't know this is actually Ultra Instinct Omen, and he has different control over it. But he realizes he doesn't really attack, he just shoots off shockwaves of his body. They can barely control. This is why why he can't control it, but Tien and Piccolo can. Those Z fighters don't really go near Goku that much, or he recommends they don't go too close to him, because Tien and Piccolo got weird abilities that they can barely know how to control. So until he knows how to control his own power, they can't go near him or be too close, which is a 5 feet limit, so that kind of stuff. While sparring, Goku legit learned to make a clone so he can interact with his friends. While Bulma kind of just got God Ki, but all God Ki she absorbed went into her fetus, being Gohan. And that God Ki continues to flow into Gohan. So, yeah. Goku only brought God Ki into Gohan, into Bulma, through a few rapid in and out motions that lasted hours. But we're going to go over Piccolo's abilities. Like I said, his antennas turn into horns, and those horns can actually create illusions like Tien's, or at least create images, like a projection. Then Piccolo also is able to use some ability Tien's. And Tien's abilities are very similar, as Piccolo's abilities can be... Tien and Piccolo can have the same abilities so far as what Piccolo knows. But when he puts his fingers on his head, instead of doing transmission, he more or less gets a very good... kind of can monitor the whole Earth, every single inch of it. If he just focuses his ki on just examining everything. And that does expand to the atmosphere, to the point where the invisible dragon that Popo created, it goes to that limit. They do have that dragon thing, and it was notified they have that dragon thing, so galactic threats are no problem at all, whatsoever. But, well, the Saiyans find some way to bypass it. But now I'm going to go to when Raditz would arrive. Well, when Raditz arrives, Goku would just be hanging out. So with Gohan, teaching Gohan how to fight, basically. Gohan being 7 at this point, I believe? No, 6. He's 6. He's teaching Gohan how to fight. Gohan already has a pretty good education. But there's a big boom. And if you're close enough, or at least decent hearing, like superhuman hearing, you heard that boom. That was the dragon being blown to pieces. Mr. Popo immediately began crying, saying, "No, my dragon." All Piccolo's like, "What the hell could destroy that damn dragon?" All Goku says, "Oh, fight, cool." And Tien had the same thought. Suddenly, a pod would crash, or think it's crashed, when someone inside would realize they're still in the air. Now suddenly, a long-haired man shoots out, this palatable being insane, surpassing all humans. This with this creature that jumped out with long hair, being Raditz. Power level 15,000. He surpasses Tien and is rivaling Piccolo. While Vegeta, he's more humanized by Raditz, because Raditz gained more good side, so Vegeta is more or less just adapting to be a good person without realizing it. Same with Nappa. Because Nappa's being humbled by Vegeta every single chance Vegeta gets. But now Raditz. So Raditz would jump out of the pod saying, "Where's Kakarot? Where is he?" Now eventually, when he looks at the man holding the pod, that being Tien, Tien says, "Sorry, we don't know who a Kakarot is, but you just killed a giant dragon. And if you don't save us, or at least attempt to, I'm gonna blow you to pieces." Raditz Tien's power level is kind of broke, and he says, "Impressive. But I don't think you're stronger than me." Tien and Raditz begin fighting, as Tien says, "Giant dragon falling on us, can pay attention to that, plus I have a pod in one hand." Now, something that you guys may not have, well, some of you may have forgotten if you didn't watch Dragon Ball Z, the beginning of it, or at least the end of the original Dragon Ball series. Goku constantly wore weights, and so did Piccolo at the beginning of Z. Tien went through the same thing, because him, Goku, and Goku and Piccolo are the strongest people on Earth. They go through the same training, use the same hyperbolic time chamber, everything. That Goku wears weights that are well over 2,000 pounds, and he wears weights that are surpassing 10,000. Same as Vegeta, same as Piccolo and Tien. So as soon as Raditz began pushing him while holding another pod, plus a dragon falling upon them, and this is when Tien roared as his weights flew off of him. And his power level now went to 28,000, surpassing Raditz by every single point. As he punched Raditz straight through the atmosphere, almost into space. Raditz began suffocating and tried to shot ki out of his hands, shooting himself back down to Earth, or where he could breathe at least. He was kind of just panting, causing the giant dragon being lifted back into the atmosphere until he yelled Piccolo, "Make a damn wish!" Knowing Piccolo could hear him. Piccolo tapped his staff as all the Dragon Balls appeared in front of him, and he made the wish to revive the dragon. It worked, and boom, this dragon circling the Earth again, turning invisible. That Piccolo flew up to Raditz, so did Tien, and so did Goku. Goku looked at Raditz saying, "Now, would you mind telling us how you beat that dragon up there? Because we didn't know anyone could see that." Raditz says, "Kakarot, is that you?" Goku says, "What the living hell's a Kakarot?" Raditz says, He's losing memories or something. Where the hell's your tail? Goku then tried to thinking, saying, why does he know that? Why does he know something used to be on my back? Because when Goku had his tail surgically removed by his father, there's a kind of a circular burn on his back that indicate that tail can't grow out of that hole anymore. And go on to go to the doctor, saying that he might have been born with the tail, and whoever had it removed was there. And Goku knows that. He says, how the hell did you know I had a tail? Rest says, if you do, you honestly lose your memories. Goku would say, I hit my head when I was little. I says, that explains it. Absolute powerhouse loses memories. How damn stupid do you have to? Never mind that. Well, I'm just going to point out one thing, so I started thinking about what I said earlier. I mentioned that Goku kind of suppresses himself at all times without realizing it. Pebbles automatically suppressed with the head bump. It's also automatically suppressed. I forgot to say that. So, yeah, he kind of unsuppresses it, though slowly with a hint of the God Key thing. But back to this. Now, Goku, who began just talking to Reddit normally, and Reddit to say that he's one of the stronger Saiyans in the universe. As he did go over what Saiyans were, Goku didn't know he wasn't from this world, but didn't want us Dragon Balls in fear of knowing the answer. Now he has an older brother to tell him the answer. Now that Reddit actually removed his scouter and broke it. Well, actually, no, never mind. Tien broke it with a sheer power level. I don't know why I said that. Tien already broke it. But yeah, so Reddit gets the whole run and everything, and does just say that, well, his whole goal is to search out his brother, and will fulfill their father's wish. Goku be curious what this is, like take over the universe, take over the planets, what is it? And Reddit says, God no, our father never wished that upon anyone. For his goal was to have someone defeat Frieza. The rest did go over the whole rundown of what Saiyans were to Goku. And Goku was actually shocked that, well, his parents were actually good Saiyans, and his, well, it really is an asshole, but can like him at some point. He has agreed that, well, he'll defeat Frieza if he wants to. And does look at Tien saying, well, you need to put on a shirt, because, well, at least more weights or something. Piccolo says, agreed. Tien, no one wants to see shirtless, and plus, we're kind of broadcasting this, because plane. This one's down, not on a plane, but helicopter, pointing down at it. And yeah, so they got the whole rundown of what Raditz wanted, and now to defeat Frieza. Tien throws a pod in the air, blows it up, to not even pieces to atoms, and then they go back down to Earth. Tien gets new clothes on, and Goku would ask Raditz, how do you suggest that we beat Frieza? Raditz says, well, before your friends, sheer strength broke my scouter, I was just going to tell them I found you and that come here, but it seems like I can't do that now, can I? Goku asks, my wife's pretty smart. If I can find the pieces, she'll probably put it back together. They find the scouter for an hour. They give it to Bulma. Bulma fixes it. They establish contact with only Vegeta and Nappa. They're talking to it. They're asking if he's dead or anything. Is he hospitalized or kidnapped? He says, nope, they here to help us. He's like, oh, it was that easy. Says, oh, it was a scary thing, because turns out all the strongest fighters here are easily outmatching me and you. Vegeta Fro saying, even your brother, who's born in low class. Vegeta says, oh, no, Vegeta, right? Says, oh, yeah. I was not allowed to tell you this, but my brother's power level already broke scouters when he was born. Right? Vegeta says, so your brother, at 3 years old, could already outmatch me. Probably. Right? Says, probably before that. We don't know yet, but all you know is the moment the scouter will get near him, it shattered. Vegeta starts saying, Raditz, I may just kill you. It says, never mind, just meet me here. Now, I fast forward that 1 year that they spent waiting. In that 1 year, they began using Hyperbolic Time Chamber with Raditz, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, Raditz, Piccolo, and Tien. And other Z fighters. That didn't include Yamcha or Bulma. Bulma kind of began making a better chamber for them that didn't extend or make them age at all. Just said, oh, your body, or at least your skill would advance 1 year. Not your body or anything, just your mind. So Bulma was able to make something do that, and it works. Will help Dragon Balls a lot, by the way. And Piccolo's mind. Now, when they use this chamber, actually they do got a lot better benefits. Now when Vegeta and Nappa arrive. They arrive at Nappa's power level, being at around 10,000. and Vegeta being at 28,000. Those Z fighters were the strongest ones: Goku, Tien, Piccolo, and Gohan now. Goku being at 3 million, and right behind him at 48,000. And then we have Tien, not Tien, I mean, we have Piccolo at 30,000, and Tien perfectly matching Vegeta. Not Tien, no, I missed the titles. Goku at 2 million, then behind him, Raditz at, let's say, 100,000. Then we have Piccolo behind that at, let's say 80,000. Then Gohan at 70,000, and Tien at 65,000. While Vegeta and Nappa aren't even scraping 40,000. So the shot immediately broke. Let's go to punch cannon power levels. And Raditz says, this is my brother, this is his friend Tien, this is his friend Piccolo, this is his son Gohan. Or my nephew. This one Raditz says, that's my friend Vegeta, that's our subordinate Nappa. He says, wait, I'm your friend? Raditz says, God, no, you are the worst human I've ever met. Not worst human, but the worst thing that I've ever personally met. Like, the worst. And that is not wrong. Nappa is not a good thing or creature. And that's what Nappa would say. Yeah, fair enough. Now, Vegeta actually wants to test Goku's power. He says, Kakarot, fight me. Kakarot, or Goku would say, 1, don't call me Kakarot. 2, why? Vegeta says, you can't possibly be stronger than me. Try to fight me. And Goku would say, punch me once and I'll determine if I want to fight you. Vegeta went for a punch, realizing what he punched was an after image. Goku was above Vegeta, saying, try again. And for hours, Goku began messing with Vegeta by making him punch after images. Now this was just Goku moving like multiple times faster than the speed of light. It's like teleportation. It wasn't. It was just him flying away. As Vegeta finally got tired, saying, Kakarot, I am done playing games with you. Fight me. Then Vegeta just got flicked straight into the ground. Goku laughed, saying, so a single flick did that to the almighty Prince of all Saiyans. It says, I think I could have done that to Vegeta, honestly. He's like, snap into the ground, saying, oh, I didn't even touch him yet. Goku left, saying, shockwaves help, right? In fighting, it's fun. I said, we're not saying, very fun. Well, Vegeta and Nappa flew back up. They're like, all right, enough messing with us. Let's fight Frieza. And Goku explains, we need a better ship. Vegeta and Nappa point out their pods, and Piccolo says, Kami pod. We've had that for a while on the lookout. So Goku being helping Bulma, so to go on. As Goku did learn a bit about kind of just putting things together, as he's not too fit with everything else. Like, is this intelligent but average adult, but the talent of a master engineer. Like, he's not together. He just knows what to do by default. When he's helping them, it works. Now, the pod is big enough for all of them, and when they set off into space, well, every single Z fighter went. Even Yamcha went. Now it's gravity training room. When they go there, they begin training as hard as possible. And Vegeta had to acknowledge Goku was actually a pretty laid back guy. No matter what, he was a fun guy to be around. But now they get to Frieza's planet. They're kind of met by Zarbon and Dodoria. But well, Piccolo didn't remember one thing that he made about the dragon that Mr. Popo kind of set. Well, the dragon doesn't only protect Earth, it protects Kami. So the dragon kind of followed them throughout space. So when Piccolo upgraded Dragon Balls, well, Mr. Popo knew that the dragon would change appearance. The dragon that they have to protect Earth is Shenron. Just stronger. So Shenron began following them throughout space, and now when they're met by tons of Future Force ships, something disappear. Goku and Piccolo immediately knew what it was, as they said. Don't tell us that thing followed us. Piccolo says, Mr. Popo and I are going to have a word when I get back. But so far, let me give me a second. Piccolo leaves the spaceship throughout their extra chamber that allows them to have no air if they need to. He goes out, telling the dragon to go back home, but the dragon disagrees, and Piccolo just gets on top of it, saying, Alright then, we're gonna fight here. Now they fly out, land on the planet, and a full-out war begins with the Saiyans, plus some humans, and a Namekian, and a three-eyed guy assaulting Frieza's space planet thing base. So we've been fighting. Union Force actually called there because they weren't there at the time, and they arrive. and immediately are wiped out by Raditz himself. Raditz is already on level Captain Ginyu, but a lot faster. Way too fast for Ginyu to even transform to a different body, which isn't helpful at all because Ginyu is stabbed to the chest by Raditz. The thing is, Raditz is wearing a basic t-shirt, some shorts, some sandals, and glasses. Raditz was sunbathing when Vegeta and Nappa arrived, and they left an hour later, and Raditz didn't get prepared whatsoever. Not an hour, but like 2 hours later, and Raditz didn't get prepared at all. Every single Z fighter except for Piccolo and Tien are wearing like casual clothing you'd wear to the beach or at home. Like Goku's in pajamas, for God's sake. That's what he's wearing. While Tien and Piccolo are wearing weights. Well, Vegeta and Nappa are also just wearing their Saiyan gear, but yeah. As they finish doing this, they finish their fight, Bulma was actually holding up a crowd of weak guys saying, was this really all they have here? Bulma's power level is exactly 3,000. She's pretty damn strong. While Gohan was just flying around, punching people out of the air, punching people through buildings. He just says, yeah, Mom, I think so. Bulma decides saying, oh, come on, this supposed to be fun. I gotta fight aliens and everything, but no, they're all weak as hell. Suddenly, from behind, there'd be a certain pink man about to kill Bulma. When no one got close to her, Goku's able to read minds somewhat through without Piccolo. Piccolo, Tien, and Goku are able to do this because they're Guardians of Earth. 3 Guardians. So they're gonna have this communication link, and Goku's able to read the link of Dodoria saying, she'll make a good S-word slave. Which immediately made Goku grab Dodoria and began incinerating him with his sheer aura. That Goku yells like, I will rain hell upon this planet. And flew up on the air, began flying ki blast through and through. Now, Tien and Piccolo says, it's pointless to stop him at this point. Like, very much pointless. Now, Vegeta asks what's going on, and Piccolo and Tien said, just let him have this. Bulma actually asked what happened, and Piccolo says, well, one of them insulted you and said some very gross things, and here we are. Gohan says, don't tell me what they said, so I can be mad too. Then Gohan actually saw a tail. Goku doesn't know what a tail does. So as soon as they tell Gohan begins lashing out, and then he flashes his face at the moon by accident. It's now nighttime, and then he sees the moon. Great Ape Gohan going on a rampage. What's happening? Frieza's planet is now going to be blown to pieces by one angry Saiyan husband and one angry Saiyan son. By the time that's done, half the planet is left, and well, everyone leaves after Gohan kind of has his tail chopped off by Piccolo. Now they get back to Earth. Goku is still seething with rage, but Bulma was able to have that subside by them sneaking off to a secret place, and Bulma, doing some bouncing. Now, I'm going to leave this part here. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment for another part. Goodbye.